Hey, this is Matt once again. We're about to another video. This is another paid request, this time for Yule. Thank you so much for that. And he wanted me to do a commentary on Army of One. And for those interested in requesting pretty much any type of commentaries or reviews or reactions or randomness or a topic or a reaction to a list or news or whatever it may be, pretty much anything, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. Now, let's get into this. It's an hour. This is an hour and 46 minutes, and there's a reason why I'm watching this version, not the Blu-ray, which I'll get to. But 3, 2, 1, pressing play. And if you do have this, we have the live entertainment, which is from Artisan, which is a company that's no longer around. Artisan, they released the Blair Witch Project, among other stuff. And they released quite a bit of stuff on DVD in the early days. Now, the reason I'm watching the DVD version, I have this, is I have the Blu-ray. It's called The Joshua Tree. I'm not a fan of that title. I mean, the U2 album, sure. Vic Armstrong, I'll talk about him in a minute. But this, number one, I think it's a better title. Army of One just sounds better for an action film, not The Joshua Tree. Number two, I like the cover better. You got the car, the explosions, Dolph looking badass. Also, this has a different ending. And this is the ending that me and people who grew up with this film saw. Where Dolph, there's two bad guys, one is George Segal and there's another guy. And the Blu-ray, they use the other ending, where there's less of a fist fight. Here, there's more of a fist fight where Dolph is taking on these two guys, And in the Joshua Tree Blu-ray from, I believe it was Shout Factory, I could be wrong, they have the three guys, one of the bad guys, he gets shot up, and he's dead. Here, in this one, Dolph beats the shit out of him and breaks his neck, and much more satisfying. Why they could not put that version on here, on the Blu-ray, I have no idea. So it sucks. But I always enjoyed this film. This, as I drop my soda, would this be in my top 10 Dolph Lundgren films? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. But before I get into that, Vic Armstrong, the director, directed by Vic Armstrong. He is the guy who doubled Harrison Ford in Raiders of the Lost Ark. In fact, he doubled Harrison Ford in all three Indiana Jones films. I don't think he did on the fourth one. I could be wrong, but he did on the first three. But he was Harrison Ford stunt double. Vic Armstrong is the guy who did all the truck sequence where Indiana Jones goes through the windshield, and when he's under the truck, he's being dragged and climbing up the truck. And this is up close shots of Harrison Ford, but most of it's done by Vic Armstrong. And he did a lot of stunt choreography, and even today he's done behind the scenes stunt work on, I think, like The Amazing Spider-Man, and he's worked quite a bit. He didn't direct a whole lot of movies though. Now here we have Dolph Lundgren and Ken Foree. Yes, the other guy is Ken Foree, the star of George Romero's Dawn of the Dead, which is one of my personal favorite films. Ken Foree, sadly after Dawn of the Dead, he got roles, but they were never as huge. Probably the biggest were as Benny and Leatherface Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3. He was in the movie From Beyond, directed by Stuart Gordon, may he rest in peace. He had a bit role in a few others. He had a bit role in George Romero's another film he did, Night Riders. He was in, God, he played a cop in, was it The Dentist? I think it was The Dentist. He was even in this movie I watched recently, Phantom the Mall Heir's Revenge. He plays a security guard in that. But Ken Foree is a good character actor. It's always nice to see him in there. Does a great job. It's sad that he's not in this too much, though. But always enjoyed Ken Foree. You can make the joke, he's black, so he's going to die soon, but It wouldn't be a joke because you're right in this one. It is too bad. I wish Ken Frey was in the film more. Now, Dolph Lundgren, we talked a bit about this guy. I always thought he was one of the most underrated action stars out there. And there his buddy got shot. Someone else shot the cop, and that cop shot Dolph. Dolph's don't get blamed for it, for a crime he didn't commit. And even for, Dawn of the Dead, considered one of the best zombie films of all time, one of the best horror films of the 70s, the fact that, actor like Ken Frey, didn't get a lot of big, major starring roles is a damn shame. But yeah, Dolph Lundgren, I have always said he's one of the most underrated action stars. What I mean by that is, he started off thinking of going to chemical engineering. Now, with that said, he had a choice, and he would have graduated from chemical engineering, but he's like, you know what, get a little bit into martial arts, and then some bodyguard work, in particular for Grace Jones, who was in Conan the Destroyer, and then she was in a James Bond film called A View to a Kill. And Grace Jones was a singer, brought Dolph Lundgren along, and Dolph has a quick blink and you miss a cameo in the James Bond the last Roger Moore James Bond one, A View to a Kill. He's like standing around somewhere, and I did blink you miss it. And then soon after, I guess he went up for Rambo 2 and Rocky 4. I remember reading that Rambo 2, remember the big guy who doesn't talk and fights Rambo in the helicopter? Apparently Dolph went up for that role, and he went up for Ivan Drago, and he got Ivan Drago, and that changed his career. Great as Ivan Drago. And then, hey, he got to be here Red Scorpion. Love Red Scorpion. That's definitely I think that's in my top 5 favorite Dolph films. Just, I think of my top 5 favorites. I Come in Peace is number 1. My all-time favorite. If you're a Dolph Lundgren fan, you've never seen I Come in Peace, you need to see it. It's also known as Dark Angel, but I Come in Peace is the better title. Showdown Low Tokyo's up there. Universal Soldier's up there. God, there's so many to choose. There's Rocky 4. But I love The Punisher. I love Men of War. I love Red Scorpion. God, that's tough for a top 5. It's just too many to choose from. I would say, okay, 5, that he's the star and the good guy. That'll make it easier. Star and the good guy. I Come in Peace, The Punisher, Showdown Low Tokyo, Men of War, and Red Scorpion. But this is a good one too. You definitely hear Dolph kick his ass. See, you should not have fucked with him, you dumbass. Get the fuck out of there. Tuck and roll, get the fuck out, Dolph. Fuck the barbed wire. Shit. I'm glad there's shit. Ooh. Nice squib. Little explosive packer on his side. But he's Dolph. He walks it off. Most men, you get shot there, you're just dead. He's like, fuck this. If I die, I die. But this bullet will not kill me. But yeah, Rocky 4 was a big hit, and that led him to Red Scorpion. Red Scorpion, there was some kind of weird thing with the release. Something about where they shot it, and where they shot it was dealing with apartheid or some stuff. Red Scorpion was directed by the same man who directed Friday the 13th Part 4 and Invasion USA with Chuck Norris, Joseph Zito. But I love Red Scorpion. And then after that, before that, He-Man, Masters of the Universe, which was never for me because I remember the He-Man cartoon, and then I saw the movie and I went, why are they on Earth, and who the hell is this fucking guy who's like walked off the set of Willow? That's not Orko, and who the hell is Courtney Cox? And anyway, I wasn't really big on it. I mean, I don't hate it nowadays. It's, you know, goofy. It's fun for what it is, but I'm not in love with it. Not in love with it. But yeah, then he did Red Scorpion, and then The Punisher was '89, and that film was supposed to get a theatrical release, but it only got VHS because the company that had it went under. The fucking company went under. It was supposed to come out around summer of '89 or something like that. Just got dropped on VHS. Might even had come out sooner. Maybe it wasn't summer of it, but anyway, Sally just went straight to VHS, which is how I saw it, and loved it. I remember the Punisher VHS had a trailer for Jacob's Ladder, the 1990 film, and it had a trailer for the Punisher video game for Nintendo. I love the Punisher. And then 1990, I Come in Peace, and that film bombed badly for some reason. You know, I think it's his best film. Love I Come in Peace. If you love action, highly awesome movie. Awesome movie. I Come in Peace. And you go in pieces, asshole. So then after that, you had Showdown Low Tokyo with Brandon Lee. Again, it's a film highly enjoyable. To me, it's the actual Double Dragon movie. That's more Double Dragon than the official Double Dragon movie. Brandon Lee and Dolph Lundgren were great. So was the bad guy, Terry Hayuki Tagawa, who was the bad guy in the '95 Mortal Kombat film. But that film, it got fucked in with an editing. On one hand, I love it because it's only like 70 minutes long. It's like all the fat taken out, but it would have been nice to see what was cut out. I think the director, that's why the director never talks about it, because, you know, he probably shot stuff he thought made it a better film, and studio took it out for whatever reason. Well, because they did that a lot with Warner Brothers. They did that with Tango and Cash, they did that with Cobra, they did that with a lot of movies. Even like some of the Steven Segal films. So then, that film only went into like 100, 200 theaters. It bombed. The reason I'm going on about this is that Dolph made good movies, in my opinion. I Come in Peace, Shonolo Tokyo, The Punisher, fun action movies. There you go. Flip his ass over that car. You dillhole. Oh shit. Get the fuck to the truck. Get the fuck out of there. Take that pickup truck and get the hell out of Dodge. Fuck that shit. If you're hearing that noise, the cat's scratching trying to get in. But I don't want to come in going mew mew mew. And but Vic Armstrong, you definitely could tell he had a bit of an action movie background by some of these cool stunts. Especially when you get to the John Woo sequence, which is the best part of the movie. But even back then, like, you see this stuff, it's like, it's real cars, real stuff going on, no filters, no lens flares, no shaky cam. You know, back then we took it for granted. The fact that everyone, like, got, not everyone, but so many people got worse in terms of how to direct. They feel that you like bad filters, so everything looks some type of color that they want you to like. It can work on occasion, but a lot of times it just comes off as cheap looking. Mainly in the direct-to-video market. When it's mainstream, it can work, because they have a bit more finesse in the budget, but... we got Jeffrey Lewis here. Was, I guess, sheriff? I forget. He's on the right. Jeffrey Lewis, he worked with Clint Eastwood on Every Which Way But Loose and Any Which Way You Can. He was also the guy who raised one of the Van Dams in Double Impact. Again, the guy on the right there, big old star right on his chest. Decent mustache too. Nice, you know, hat. But yeah, he was in Double Impact with Jean-Claude Van Damme. He's been in quite a few other movies. I remember the most from Double Impact. But yeah, Every Which Way But Loose, Any Which Way You Can. He worked with Clint Eastwood a lot back then. I think he was one of the bad guys in High Plains Drifter. I could be wrong. It's been a while since I've seen that. But yeah, the Dolph just got a bad deal. Bad luck. Yeah, Red Scorpion didn't get much release. Punisher only went straight to VHS. The company folded before it could come out. Sedol told it the Warner Bros. Didn't even give it a chance for whatever the fuck reason. I mean, when you release a film only in 100 theaters or 200 theaters, less than that, you're not giving it a chance. I Come in Peace, I don't know why that bombed. Probably lack of marketing. I know my friend Michael, the Choice Voice, saw that at the theater. I'm envious of him. And then that's when they said Dolph can't sell a movie. Universal Soldier was a hit. That was like one of the only hits he had at that time. So other than that, they're like, Dolph can't lead a movie. So then you had like Men of War. Great movie. Like, Men of War is a great movie. That came out after this. Men of War, one of Dolph's best. If you like Dolph Lundgren, you've never seen Men of War, check out Men of War. That was released in other countries in theaters, but it was only released on VHS in the US. Because again, they thought Dolph can't sell a movie by himself. So Men of War, damn good movie, only on VHS in the US. This film, I think, was also in theaters overseas, but I think it went straight to HBO. I think it premiered on HBO, and then was on VHS. So this did not, I don't think, got a theatrical release in the US. Like I said, I think it premiered on HBO or something, then it went straight to VHS. I could be wrong on that. And in Men of War. And then after that, he had a bit role in Johnny Mnemonic, which they billed him as like the second lead, but he's only in the film for like 10 minutes total. And not even that good of a movie or a role. And then after that, I mean, just direct-to-video stuff. There was the Peacekeeper, which I don't mind. That was kind of a die-hard type of movie with Montel Williams as a co-star. I keep wanting to get confused with The Peacemaker, but that's a George Clooney film. The Peacekeeper, but that's a decent one. And he would do these other direct-to-video films. Agent Red is one of his worst. And then Dolph said, screw it, I'm going to start directing. He directed The Defender. He was supposed to be another guy, but he directed The Defender. That was a cool little kind of assault on Precinct 13, in the fact there was a group of people and bad guys kept coming everywhere as they're trying to protect this person. And they're in this, not an maybe it's an embassy, but it's like, I forget, it's the details. I'm bad with details. The Russian Specialist, that's a good one. He directed that. Command Performance. Die Hard at a rock concert. Rock and roll is easy. No, he's like, dying is easy. Rock and roll, that's hard. I love Command Performance. That's a fun one. But he's done some fun direct-to-video stuff. Battle of the Damned. That was one where it was like robots and zombies, and aside from some shitty shaky cam, it needed a different director, like Dolph himself. If he directed it, maybe it would be better. But I like Battle of the Damned. It's a fun B-movie. You get to see Dolph kick some zombie ass. And the other zombie one he did, though, Dead Trigger, that's a fucking awful film, though. There was not as much of Dolph kicking zombie ass in that one, for some reason. But, I mean, so I'm not talking much about the film. I mean, it's pretty straightforward so far, where Dolph escaped, kidnapped this lady. The actress, I'm not really familiar with her. Kristian Alfonso. I can't tell you what else she's been in. Maybe she was a model, maybe, or she was in Playboy or something. I don't know. Now, of course, as soon as I do this, like the cat's scratching, my neighbor's roosters are going, now the train's going by. Apparently everyone wants to talk about Army of One. Everyone gets their 2 cents in. But this came out around 93. 93 was such a good year for movies, man. Of course, you have the big ones like Jurassic Park. But for me, I'm like, you know what? Hard Target with Van Damme. I love that film. Cliffhanger, Demolition Man with Stallone. Sylvester Stallone. Love those two movies. Even Arnold had Last Action Hero. I think Last Action Hero is a bit underrated. Just a lot of cool movies in '93. The first couple years of a decade still have the remnants of the previous decade. If you watch some movies from 1981 or 82 or 80, I mean, there's still people listen to disco or have a disco ball like Prom Night, which is the 1980 film. That's why some of the early 80s, they still feel a bit like it. Some of the early films of the 90s still feel a bit like an 80s. When you have this one man, strong action hero. But now, as the years would go by, that was led more into special effects, Independence Day, Twister, or movies like Mission Impossible, or people like Tom Cruise and then Matt Damon and all this stuff, they could be action heroes. The Bourne Identity in the early 2000s. And action heroes changed. They figured that a lot of these films were not doing that well. They did star these guys. A lot of these guys, like Van Damme, his films were doing badly. By around 95, Ford, Sudden Death didn't do well. Double Team didn't do well. Knockoff didn't do well. Universal Soldier the Return definitely didn't do well, and that was 99. And then he pretty much, other than Expendables 2, pretty much stuck to straight to DVD. A lot of good ones and some bad ones. Dolph, other than the Expendables, and even the Expendables, the first one, at least they gave him something to do, where he was losing his mind and has a fight with Jet Li. But then in the sequels, they just made him a fucking joke, which was stupid. So anybody who loved the first Expendables film, obviously you didn't care about the movie at all. But people who liked it, one of the big things they said positively was Dolph Lundgren. So let's not capitalize on that. Let's instead make him a fucking joke talking about eating whale ass in Expendables 2. Hey, I want some whale ass. Kiss my ass movie. Fuck Expendables 2 and fuck Expendables 3, where most of the guys had nothing to do. Because let's bring a new team. Because that's what people wanted to see in Expendables. They want to see Ronda Rousey and her sidekick, her mole. And some fucking guy that loses at fighting, and some fucking guy that parachutes, and when he parachutes, it was a fucking CGI parachute. Yeah, that's what we want to see in an Expendables movie. Fuck. And with these guys getting older, it's just they can't do as much as they used to. Just age. The body takes a toll. And like Dolph, he can't do kicks like he used to. Just his hips. They're like, 60, 70 years old. They're not in this type of shape. Where this woman's ready to fucking undress herself just by looking at Dolph. I will say, compared to the other Dolph films, this would not be in my top 5 favorites. This girl on the left, Kristian Alfonso, she's alright, I guess, but she's not, like, the most talented actress. She's alright. I've seen much, much worse. It's just not someone I gravitate towards that, I want to see what this person has done next. Not really. And, the love story she has with Dolph is not really the most exciting. It is a movie that I think it does get more exciting as it goes along, but even with that said, when I say that, you don't have a lot of bigger action set pieces, but even then, it's not that boring or bad. It's still pretty decently paced. You know, it's moving at a pace. There's Deborah Foray, then there's Steve from jail, and get in the car, and on the run, they're on the move. And another thing that does help is that they're on the move. And Dolph does a good job. I mean, obviously this is Ken Foray's family who's helping him out. And wants to find out who did all this thing. They haven't ready to body slam this kid. Assume the position. I always thought Dolph Lundgren didn't get a bad rap when they're like, oh, I didn't. Just he improved as an actor. He's a very capable director when given the opportunity. He's got a good look and presence to him. Even as stupid as it sounds, his voice, he's got a good voice for an action hero. He could play a great villain in Universal Soldier. Do you hear me? With the ears. Watch it, he's going body slam you. This kid have the really flat top, kid and play. We're ready for the audition for the next kid and play movie. Yeah, you may want to change that prison shirt. And, I mean, it's nice. You get the idea that, they care about Dolph, and Dolph, wants to find the truth of what happened to his friend, and it just was this lady, for me, she was cast more for her looks than her acting. And it's not that her acting is, the worst ever. It's just, I don't think she would have been cast if she didn't look like this. But hey, good looking lady. That's another thing. You don't even see people smoke in movies anymore. That's so taboo. Yeah, I get it. Smoking is bad for you. I get it. But there are people that smoke a shitload. So the fact that no one ever smokes, I'm like, okay. If you want to keep fooling yourself, but there's a shitload of people that still do it. Now this guy on the cigar with the cigar, his name is George Segal, an actor from many, many years of yesteryear, doing a variety of TV shows, appearances on Johnny Carson, and more so. I'm not the most familiar with him. I would say I'm more familiar with the other guy, Bo Starr. Bo Starr, I remember from... He was the sheriff in Halloween 4 and 5, I believe. I think he was supposed to get killed in one of them, but they didn't do it. I think in 4 he was supposed to get killed, but they didn't. I got a bunch of pop-billy drunks running around my town. This lady on the right looks familiar. I don't remember her name, but she looks familiar. Like I've seen her before in movies. course, these are dirty cops on the take. Parts of BS business. I don't know, sometimes you just watch these background extras. Like, you had this one girl with paint, and she just had these big sunglasses on, and she's just staring. I'm like, is she fucking dead? Is that the daughter of Ray Charles? Like, who the hell was that? Little girl in the scene prior with, like, the big old Coke bottle sunglasses. Just staring. And why do people... By the way, why is it that a lot of people, like, when there's a crime scene, people just stand around and watch? Are people that fucking bored? I don't know about you, but I'm not going to fucking stare and stand around a fucking crime scene. I'm going to go home. Watch on the fucking TV in your... or something. If you need to watch it that badly. There we got the shotgun. I mean, Brian, when you have it like that, it's like, do people think it's a sword hidden under, or a baseball bat, or an umbrella? Then, of course, this outfit is the outfit on the DVD, and we'll see this outfit for the rest of the film. I don't know, it's simple but effective. I think it's like the red. You don't have a lot of action heroes wearing red. I think Arnold wore it at the beginning of... Was it Predator? Or am I thinking of the Running Man? I can't... One of them, Arnold, wore red. Can't remember. This guy, this cop's like, has a pissed off face. Look, he just got a pissed off face. This is like... I should have gotten the lead role, you know. Fuck is this guy's problem? His dirty look. How many fucking cops are in this area? Shit. Fuck. She tried to do some kicks. I wonder if it was really her, though. Or if they got like a double to do the kicks. Yeah, she couldn't quite lift her leg up that one. But there you go. And once again, shows what kind of... He could have killed the cops, but he's not wanting to do that. But again, the way this is edited, the bits of slow-mo... Yeah, blow the shit out of that, Dolph. But even Vic Armstrong, like I said, his experience in stunt work knew how to handle action scenes like that. Like something as simple as a shotgun, shooting some background, and they made it look exciting. Again, with the editing, the sound design, the well-put angles, the show... Yeah! Maybe it's got that visceral human nature wanting to destroy, but you can't do that because, well, I guess if you're in the middle of nowhere, you want to destroy some shit, sure, but you could still get in trouble or arrested. I know it's around this time, too, that there was talks of... There was another film possibly to be made with Dolph around this time. I don't know if it was after this, before this. It was called Meltdown, and it was something about... It was a script originally by John Carpenter. And it was something about bad guys took over a dam or something, or... some kind of thing, and some doing nuclear... I don't know, they call it like an action horror film. I don't know what the horror aspect was, but... There's talks of it being made for a bit, then a director named John Dahl was going to make it, and then it just fell apart for some reason. But... I would have been curious to see what the result, the full detail of the story would be. God, this guy looks familiar too. This is the clerk. I can't. I don't know who that. He looks so familiar though. I'm sure at the end credits, but oh, that was him. This motel clerk. Jesus, that's a crazy ass motel room. I actually wouldn't mind staying in that motel room with that bed and the red and the decoration. There's like a half-naked statue painting. It's a weird ass motel. For how shitty the outside of the motel room looks, this actually looks pretty good on the inside. Oh, here's this woman. I mean, she's a bit too skinny. What I mean by that is, when I can see your rib cage, you need to put at least a little bit more meat. I'm not trying to you body shame. Looking more like a skeleton is not hot to me. I mean, I could literally see your vertebrae without you doing anything. And when you turn around, nice ass. When you turn around, I could literally see your rib cage showing. Now, I don't know, maybe someone made her starve or she did it herself. If so, that's too bad. That's a shame. That should not have happened. And that's bullshit. But for ladies, no ladies are watching what I'm talking about, but if someone ever does, don't starve yourself for anything or anybody. I'm not saying you have to balloon to 500 pounds, but don't be Ally McBeal. Don't be Callista Flockhart. Don't be Miss Skeletor. But I think her face and her ass look beautiful. It's just, again, when you turn around to see your rib cage, it's like, Jesus. Give this woman a cheeseburger, please. Take some of the fat away from Steven Segal. Yeah, that guy in the middle is Bull Star, the sheriff in Halloween 4 and 5. The one in black. And George Segal is having fun with the role as this villain, but playful, has a personality. Again, I like the film. It's just there's other Dolph Lundgren films that just have a bit more oomph to them. Like The Punisher and Shota Low Tokyo, I Come a Piece. So this High Sierra with Humphrey Bogart on the TV there. Never saw the film. I've heard of it though. I think one of the inspirations for the film was The Getaway, which originally was a Steve McQueen film, and then they did remake that film with Alec Baldwin. They came out, I think, after this. And then, of course, there's a little bit of John Woo. This scene in the back of the DVD, which again is like, oh shit. Try to see what that tattoo is on his right arm. I don't even know what that is. That's what that symbolizes. What the hell it shows. When you wanna, I mean, well. And Dolph's hand is on her ass. But yeah, it sucks when what happened with Dolph. It just, like I say, he didn't get the, I don't it's like he didn't get a fair. And that's the thing. A lot of those action heroes, people talk about Arnold and Stallone for good reason, but Dolph and Jeff Speakman, and you had Jeff Wincott, you had Gary Daniels, Mark Dacascos. There's a lot of others that just got sadly under the radar for the most part. I always thought, like, if someone were back to the day make a Duke Nukem game and cast Dolph as Duke, I think that would have been really cool. I mean, even nowadays, Duke shoots. He doesn't really do a lot of fighting. He shoots. You could always still do it. I would if they said, okay, we're getting the guys who did John Wick, or the guy who did Hardcore Henry. He's doing a Duke Nukem movie, and Dolph Lundgren is starring as Duke Nukem. I'll be like, okay, I'm going to see the movie. I will see the movie. Oh, get your ass over here. Here's Dolph once again carrying that shotgun. I don't know what it is with movies. The shotgun is always the primary weapon I love to see being utilized. I think because like the sound and the impact and the expert damage it can give, especially that pump action. I was like, fuck yeah, that type of feeling category to it. Whether it be John Van Damme kicking a damn gas canister into it. It's like, yeah. But yeah, I mean, this is the early stages. But like I said, the action hero motif was dying off. At least that bigger than life, working out a lot, hitting the gym a lot, training in martial arts. Now it's like, well, we'll take an actor like Tom Cruise or Matt Damon or whoever the hell else, Sean William Scott, Bulletproof Monk, and we'll just, train a few months and then boom, with editing and with others, they make it work, and boom, you have a movie. It's like, well, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But hey, he left her there. Says goodbye. You wanted to be let go. Well, you got it. Which car is this? This isn't the same car, is it? Yeah, it's a different one. Yeah, this guy here. Is Dog the Bounty Hunter? No. Goes a bar always. Now I wonder, is it going to be a bar fight? There's a lot of bar fights. Not anymore though. You don't see, that's the thing. Like again, stuff you take for granted, you never see anymore. You never see scenes in a bar, especially an action movie. You never see a bar fight. You never see just going to a strip club. Yeah, stuff like that was very apparent, and now it's like, nah, we need to be more PC. This one guy's pissed. Why would you piss near your truck? Because you could easily, piss onto the truck. And that guy's fly wasn't even down when he turned around. I guess thankfully, so I don't see the flaming donner, but flounder. But a lot of times you see that in movies, someone like leans by their truck and I'm like, why? You don't get piss on the truck. Find a fucking tree. You're near a bar. Go in the bar. Why don't you just go in the bar? There's a bathroom in the bar. I would assume. There you go. Give me that fucking gun. Get the fuck back there. We're going to fuck. Take off your clothes. No, not really. You see the shotgun? You don't like where I'm going to put it. Get on the bed. Or you will be dead. Sorry, what does it say on the back here? It's high caliber action from start to finish when Wellman Santee. Wellman? I forgot his first name is Wellman. It's a weird first name, Wellman. Goes gunning for his money and running for his life after his partner is killed during a botched heist. Sensational stunts and spectacular special effects push the action to the limit as he captures a beautiful hostage and takes off across the desert in a high-speed race for his life. 6,000 square miles of sand and dozens of turbocharged supercars set the stage for a bloody, bullet-riddled showdown with a ruthless killer. A high-velocity tale of blood and guts, Army of One is pedal to the metal action at its best. That's what it says. And as I there's actually a little insert here with the scene selections. No features on the DVD, but in the Blu-ray, at least the Blu-ray does have a little interview with Dolph Lundgren, a little interview with Vic Armstrong, and I think his son, but that's pretty much it. I mean, the Dolph interview wasn't too long, but I mean, it was cool, still cool. Dolph seems like he's willing to talk about pretty much any of his movies. Just like Men of War, there's a Blu-ray overseas that I have. Dolph talks a bit about the film. You know, he's talked a little bit about The Punisher. He's on the I Come in Peace Blu-ray interview with Brian Benben and the director Trader Batsley. There's a He-Man documentary, and Dolph Lundgren's talked about Masters of the Universe. He's talked about Rocky IV a plentiful amount of times. And what else? Universal Soldier. When that DVD came out, he was interviewed with Jean-Claude Van Damme. Yeah, you take care of it. You wanna deal with this lady? You do it. If you don't shoot the showers, we don't get out of here. And these are all the DVDs that Artisan released. Damn, some really fast-ass cars. There we go. Steal one of them. I'm bad with cars. Is that a Lamborghini? Or Ferrari? I'm so bad with cars, I don't know shit about cars. I only got 4 wheels, usually, and they can drive fast. All these bikers. But yeah, some of the Artisan DVDs that came around this time was stuff like Air America, Angel Heart, The Arrival. Let's see, Chaplin, Critical Care, The Crying Game, Dirty Dancing, Dee Snider's Strangeland, Hamburger Hill, Jacob's Ladder, The Punisher, Once Upon a Time When We Were Colored. That's the name of the movie. First 3 Rambo films. Red Heat. So yeah, they definitely they had some of Carol Cole's movies. So they bought Carol Cole's library. Carol Cole, because again, you have the 3 Rambo films. You got, was it The Running Man? Don't they have The Running Man? Yeah, The Running Man, Terminator 2. I know The Running Man wasn't Terrical, but I'm just like Terrical. Okay, Terminator 2, the 3 Rambo films, Total Recall, Universal Soldier. Yeah, they got Cutthroat Island. So yeah, I didn't realize Artisan Entertainment bought the Terrical library when they went under, I guess. At least the DVD front. I don't remember who the fuck bought the... Who the... I mean... Who, I don't know who bought Artisan. Or maybe no one bought it, just went bye-bye. I don't remember. Because different companies has released each of those Blu-rays of like the Rambo and like Joshua Tree. That was maybe that's why like they had to do Joshua Tree because Army of One, that version's owned by someone else. Maybe, I don't know, but that would be a bit weird. Still, I don't know. Yeah, get the fuck off my deputy. Deputy Dewey ain't having any of that shit. You got 3 cigars in your pocket, George Segal. I'm gonna steal all 3 of them and shove each one up your ass. Of course, this is where she's starting to believe him a bit more as to what's going on. Again, it's not boring, but like 50 minutes, I can't say not a lot has happened, but it's not, in the first 50 minutes, it's not as action-packed as other Dolph films at the time. I think even back then, I'm like, oh, I liked it. It's definitely more action-packed in the second half of the film, but like I said, Dolph and George Segal and both, like, they do a nice enough job. So I see Ken Foray, Jeffrey Lewis. Hey, I remember him using Double Impact. But, I mean, the first 50 minutes, you know, there's a bit with the shotgun steering the cops. You know, there's the first escape. Like, there's little bits here and there, but nothing tremendous compared to if you like watch the first 50 minutes of The Punisher or the first 50 minutes of even Red Scorpion or the first 50 minutes of I Come of Peace. There's definitely much more of a charge of adrenaline compared to Army of One. But again, it's still decent. Like, it's decent, and at least it does build up to something a bit better. Fast cars, high explosions, one hell of a shootout scene. You know, even the finale's fun. Wonder if this would fucking work. I don't get what the hell he did to open up those doors. He hooked something and he put like a knife or something in and slid it like a credit card and fuck if I know how that works. Yeah, like what the hell is that? Well, I mean, it worked. That's what it was. Damn, someone took that fence down. Yeah, on a random topic, when you go out in the middle of nowhere, you will find a lot of weird random shit that just left to the hands of time. I mean, hell, if you go searching enough, you'll find an entire fucking town that's a ghost town and just no one there. I mean, you go on YouTube, you can find people exploring entire... That would be something one day, if I was rich, let's say I had, I don't know, $20 million tax-free, or $10 million, or $5 million tax-free. $5 million tax-free. I would splurge $1 million and I would get my friend Michael CP, Michael Keen, Efrey, me, you know, Fabio, and just explore an empty ghost town. I think that'd be pretty cool. That'd be pretty cool. Just that's like a little bit of kind of a knife shiv thing. He's gonna kick some ass. I think we're getting to that big ass action scene, like the showstopper. At the very least, this sequence coming up is worth the price of rental alone. And it'll lead up to it, so we're not there yet. This is another actor. I know I've seen him in other stuff. Like even these guys in the background, I know I recognize them from various movies, but if I had my phone, I would just look it up. I'm just bad with that kind of stuff without looking it up. But definitely, guys, there have been quite a few of these type of films during this heyday of action. Light of my life. Yeah, waste your bullets. I ain't there, dumb ass. Lady, even if you unlock the handcuffs, what are you going to do? Use your fists, your feminine wiles to stop bullets? This is another guy with a shotgun. Is that the guy that was in one of those Bolo Young films where he was a good guy? DNF. Should grab my phone and check the cast. Sneak it out and get the fuck out of here. I don't know when the fuck he had gum in the first place, but there you go. Be reasonable. Why, for you to shoot me easier? Man, all these cars they had, just destroy them all. I'm guessing like just the body, the shell. But still, I mean... This is like... I gotta do my John Woo equivalent, and this scene is gonna be the cake. The cake to eat it all. There you go. Boom, boom, boom. Nice blood squib, shotgun, big bloody squibs, people falling left and right, rolling down this thing, the spray of the blood, boom. Now that's a fucking blood squib. And you go, oh shit. And this is around time, like John Woo had a film come out, Hard Target, 93. This is after Hard Boiled, which was 92. And Dolph would work with John Woo in Blackjack. But sadly, this is a lot better movie than Blackjack. Because this character is not afraid of the color white. Like his character in Blackjack. Yeah, in Blackjack, it was the pilot for a hopeful TV show that John Woo directed the pilot. It starred Dolph Lundgren. So you didn't get violence like this. It was made for TV, for a hopeful TV show. And the character, for some reason, they say a reason, but still, he's afraid of the color white. Like, so, like, milk spills and he's frozen. Blackjack sucks. But look at this, like, these gory, graphic blood squibs, and like this, you don't blow this guy's legs off with a shotgun. Ooh. Both of them just... That is... If they... See, here's the thing. If the slow build-up was to put all the money in this scene, okay. At least you built up to something. Yeah, at least you paid off something. And like, okay. Like, the rest of it was okay, and then it's like, yeah, you know... Best scene in the movie, and... Like, this guy catches on fire, and Dolph's gonna kick him. So you got shooting with the pistol, shooting with the shotgun, blowing someone's legs off. Guy's on fire, kicks him. Right into... Boom! God, they don't do this anymore, man. No CGI. No computer additions. No stupid filters. No crappy shaky cam. Vic Armstrong knew how to handle this action scene. Look at that, blood squibs there. Oozy now. Look at that. You know what? This is rated R. Right? And the MPA didn't mess with this as much as Hard Target. Which is crazy. Because this is definitely bloodier blood squibs compared to Hard Target. Right, the finale in Hard Target is still awesome, and there's more of it. Yeah, this guy, I know I recognize him from stuff. There you go. Yeah. Ooh, right under the chin. Look at that. Boom. 2 pieces in the biscuit. Goodbye. Again, like, it's always... The violence sells the impact. That's the thing. Violence alone doesn't make a movie. But in a scene like this, the violence gives the impact of, like, oof. That visceralness. Like, oh, like you see these squid... Well, I do wonder how they got away with some of this with the MPAA. Like, to me, yeah, it's R-rated, but again, consider some of the films they would hatch it up. Like, these squibs would make it bloodier than some Friday the 13th films. Like, goddamn. But I love it. And it is like, damn, it's like huge. It just keeps going. I love it. Yep, that was a bit of the back of this DVD. Yep, and get that shotgun. Shoot the shit out of them. Boom. Boom. Right through the glass. Great job with the stunts. Good stunt work. Fuck this car. Look at that big explosion. Done practically. In camera. Great job to the stuntmen. Dangerous work. Vic Armstrong. Excellent action sequence. Excellent. I mean, if you're talking about action sequences, I'd probably say it's one of the best in Dolph's career. Well, thankfully this guy can't shoot shit for shit, so... Yeah, get the fuck out of there. Yeah, and you get to see each blood squib. I didn't... At this time, normally, the MPA would, like, edit this, edit that, cut that one out. Not the case in this. Another nice stunt. Some more nice squibs. And you see the blood, like the squib and coming out of the back of that guy. I miss that in movies. Because that just creates another ingredient that just like, yeah, that, yeah, a little bit more emotion in a way. That, you know, visceral impact. Like, ooh, It's not that, oh, you want to see people die. No, if it was real blood, I would. If someone gets a finger cut in real life, I'd be like, I would get sick. But it's because we know subconsciously it's all practical effects. I love this. Tick, tock, your dit's on the clock. The clock struck 2. I'm gonna drop my goo in your bitch ass and knock you down the next block. Huey and Dewey don't say bye. Exactly. Good choice. And the George Segal. Of course, she's noticing like this guy knew where this was at, knew where these bad guys were at, these cops. No backup. Why do they not have backup? Because they're dirty cops. They don't get the drop on them. But why is the guy waiting? Why don't he shoot through the glass? Because I like the glass is bulletproof. The guy thinks he's Solid Snake. Like, just shoot through the glass. Listen to Alan Rickman. Shoot the glass. Shoot the glass. Like, why is this guy like... He just shoot through that glass and kill Dolph, and boom, it'd be over. And maybe this could be a... Nope. Again, the guy waited too long. Did a nice stunt. I mean, whether that glass is what they call candy glass or whatever you want to call it, it's still... You have to push backward. You can't hold back. You gotta let gravity momentum take over. Oh, this is where this guy gets killed, and there's like video footage, and Jeffrey Lewis. I almost said Jeffrey Rush. Jeffrey Lewis sees this, and that's what helps clear Dolph Lundgren's name. Yeah, because this guy goes to George Segal, like, "What the hell are you doing, man? We're partners. What are you doing?" And this guy able to put 2 and 2 together. But where's the video footage being recorded from? There you go. This guy's dead. Ooh. And that's like 3 edits. Boom, boom. See, again, the MPA would have like cut that down like 1 briefly and you don't see anything. But this... I mean, it's rated R, but this seems like an uncut version. If anyone has any story on... It says rated R here. Well, you can't see it, but... Right there. See rated R? See, I don't know when I have the poster, so I'll just, in case, okay, if I have the poster on the right, or if I have it on the left, there we go. But, I looked what they did with, like, Cliffhanger. Like, Cliffhanger was edited more than this. If you see the rough patches of Cliffhanger, the NC-17 cut, this is bloodier than that. But, like, again, I guess because it went to HBO, maybe the MPA didn't care as much. They're like, oh, whatever, we'll go to HBO. It's not going to theaters. Not that should matter, but you never know with the MPA. You don't really hear about the MPA nowadays. Like, when was the last time you heard about the MPA messing with something? Exactly. So, either it was a different regime, some changes happened, I don't know. But something definitely changed. Because I think you never hear about the MPA, they mess with this film, they mess with that film. You never hear that anymore. Never. What the fuck are you doing, lady? You saw... Didn't you see George Segal kill a cop? Fuck is this girl's problem? Didn't you see George Segal kill a fucking cop? You were down there watching all this. Or did you have a blind spot? Fucking lady. Fucking idiot. Yeah, I'm just not a big fan of this character. Oh, shit, this guy... Is that the guy he stabbed under the chin? Yeah, he's still alive. That's a tough motherfucker. Damn. Who the hell shot him? Oh, wow, she finally did something. But still fucked you for your stupidity earlier on. The fuck, man. Yeah, but just blast through these fucking doors. Yeah, these things... I don't know what they're... Yeah, they blow the shit up. This is pretty crazy. Look at this explosion. That car just flying right through. Yeah, if that car had messed up or stalled, those guys would be dead. Just dead. And all done for real. On camera. Then you can't see a lot of that nowadays. Which is a shame. We got about half an hour left. Now, in a way, that action scene was so good. It's kind of like that's an action scene so good it belongs in a finale, if that makes sense. It's kind of like a premature ejaculation. Oh, are you kidding me? The fucking DVD is freezing. Oh, come on. Are you kidding me? Well, the DVD froze, so I apologize. I had to skip to 1 hour and 15 minutes and 3 seconds. If they had released this on an actual fucking... the Blu-ray, this version, I wouldn't have this issue. So, again, this is the version that's 1 hour and 46 minutes and 31 seconds. Paused at 1 hour, 15 minutes and 3 seconds. It's a still shot of a car driving down the road. 3, 2, 1, pressing play. Yeah, I apologize for that. Again, this DVD came out a long time ago. At least it didn't pause through that cool action scene. But now we have the cars flying through. This is fast as hell. Look how fast this car is. Completely. I mean, that's another thing. You have to drive this fast. You need a good driver, because if you waver, or if the car screws up, it could go. I mean, Paul Walker. Not for a film, but just him and his friends riding. Dead like that. You never know. You never know. And I could get that. I can understand that being a reason why they go a bit more digital. I understand that. I'm just saying we've definitely lost something by honing so much into the digital age. We definitely lost quite a bit. I think it's one of the things. There are a chunk of people that yearn for the after. the time after the Marvel's superhero craze dies down a bit, that maybe a bit more of these type of films can come into play. At least to have more variety in the playing field of action. That's why I feel like Nobody or the John Wick films, they come out and they get, for the most part, pretty decent reception. It's because of stuff like that. Not the only reason, but there is a chunk of people that miss that type of stuff. Granted, there's still films that do that, like Dread, and that bombed for some reason, but I think it's around here we get the reference for the Joshua Tree, which I said again, I thought that was a weird. I get it, it's mentioned, but at the same time, I don't watch an action film. It's called the Joshua Tree. And it's like, that's just not a good name for an action film. It really isn't. I can see why they changed the Army of One. That works well as a title. Army of One. So again, they think he's even more of a cop killer. Which I guess you can't blame him. I mean, there's a cop dead, and these people are supposed to be authorities like yourself. It's kind of hard for Jeffrey. Do you want to say Jeffrey Rush? I don't know why. Jeffrey Lewis did not believe in these guys. What the hell is Dolph doing? Oh. He's getting some, cactus juice? What the fuck? Is that for sunburn or something? Oh, God. So this DVD is kind of fucked. Damn it. This DVD is kind of screwed. God damn it. Well, the DVD just jumped to 1 hour and 21 minutes and 39 seconds, so great. So once again, I apologize. I'm paused at 1 hour, 21 minutes and 40 seconds. Well, why don't you watch the Joshua Tree one? I mean, this is the better version of the movie. And he didn't say which version, so I apologize. I'm at pause at 1 hour, 21 minutes and 40 seconds. 3, 2, 1, pressing play. Hey, if anyone has a copy of Army of One that's not fucking skipping, let me know and take it off your hands. They're under this train and they're ready to fuck for some reason. There's no time for love, Dr. Jones. And what the fuck? Was it fucking 2 guys from the set of Rad? Like 2 people on motorbikes. Actually, you know what? They're filming The Hills of Ice too. See, this actually takes place in the 80s. And they're going off, and those 2 on motorbikes, they don't see the Mutants from the Hills of Ice Part 2. And then they don't witness a dog having a flashback. So again, for syncing, I'm at 1 hour, 22 minutes, and 53 seconds. And there's about 20 minutes left in the film. And sorry about that, damn. Sure turn on the fan in here. Yeah. There we go. Actually, you know what? Let me see if I got Over here, the movie's still playing, just bear with me. Let me see if I got over here some stuff. But maybe I can show for Dolph. Yeah, I got some stuff. Couple stuff. Let's see. I don't know where the Joshua Tree one's at, but yeah, there's a couple things. Over there, I come in peace. As a pretty decent car chase has happened there. Ooh, nice hit. Both of the Jeeps going off. Some nice close calls here as the police Jeeps are closing in. I mean, well, maybe that Jeeps, but they looked like it to me. Okay, I think one of these Lamborghini, one of these maybe a Ferrari. Again, I'm not good with cars, so. But yeah, Red Scorpion. Good Dolph Lundgren film. This was from Synapse. And sadly, for what I understand, this did not sell well. So they did not make really a lot of action Blu-rays anymore. Which they did a great job with this. Wonderful cover, but yeah, apparently didn't sell well, so. Then this is Men of War. This is a German Blu-ray, which does have a little bit of an interview with Dolph Lundgren and a little bit of a like teeny making of. Classic cult collection, Men of War. We're at a standoff. There's Don't Kill It. Dolph is good, but this could have been a lot better. It's trying to be like The Hidden, this demon that possesses people, and that's why you can't kill it, because if you do, it will jump into another body. But it's like, The Hidden is a lot better than this. That's a film that could have been a lot better. I had gotten this as part of the collecting Dolph Lundgren movies. Agent Red. This is one of his worst ones. Easily one of his worst films. Horrible fucking movie. Direct Action, Retrograde, and Direct Contact. Direct Action is a lot of fun. Granted, skip the opening credits because it gives away the entire movie. So if you ever see Direct Action, or if you ever get on DVD, just press scene select, like skip a chapter and you'll be fine. Retrograde, that may be the worst Dolph Lundgren film I've seen. And Direct Contact, I liked it less when I realized how much footage it stole from other movies. The Killing Machine, it was okay, but not memorable. It was okay. Peacekeeper, this is the one where it's what's this? It's like a missile silo. Dolph has nuclear launch codes in a briefcase. It gets stolen. He joins forces with Montel Williams. And this has a really good car chase on rooftops, which was very unique. Sadly, no features on this, but one of Dolph Lundgren's best movies. Worked very well with Brandon Lee. So yeah, Dolph Lundgren. Yeah, I got a lot more over there, but I just pulled a couple out. As we're having this car chase between these two red and black cars. It's like checkers. Red and black. Who's going to be the checkmate? Is checkmate chess? I know it's chess, but team me. Who's going to teamed? There you go, with checkers. Team this. So a lot of nice aerial shots. Ooh, shit. That red car turned, it almost lost control. Because it went like this, and it slid, and the guy had to get under control. That was a close call. Because it like turned too far, like steered too far, and sliding. Ooh, they almost hit this Winnebago. That's pretty good stunt driving, though. I mean, fast-paced stunt work. They definitely got a lot of usage out of the helicopter for all these aerial shots. I was going to say, yeah, bash them, man. Keep bashing each other. See, if one of you kept the gun, you could have just shot the other's tire out. Reach out, at least the front tire. Then that's... See, like that shot there, that was Dolph in the driver's seat. It didn't cut. It didn't cut. And you're watching Dolph, like the camera goes back, and without cutting goes forward. You saw there was Dolph in the driver's seat. I'm like, how the hell they let Dolph drive in some of these scenes? Or was that a scene where something was behind the car driving it? I mean, that looked like Dolph doing that bit. Maybe they let Dolph do a couple scenes. Not all the scenes, but maybe at least a couple. But yeah, I know the finale in the Joshua Tree version is a bit better. Different. I think this one and this is a bit better. Because again, this one is more of a fist fight between Dolph and these two guys. In Joshua Tree, there's a bit where Bo Star gets knocked down like a ledge or something and gets boom 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 shot. While this is more of Dolph fist fighting these two guys. And Dolph's not having a good day. His side is hurting, his knees hurting, he's tired. He's so tired. He's tired of bullshit from these fuckers. Cheat the shit out of him, Dolph. Super punch their fucking face in. Is this who I think it is? This cop? I think this cop going in, he's the guy who would be on the X-Files. Yeah, it is. On the X-Files, he played a guy in an episode called Irresistible. He played the bad guy. It was this weird guy that would collect like hair and fingernails and dead things. Was it Donnie Faster? Or yeah, Irresistible was the name of the episode. He's been... Nick Chinland? I think he's the guy in Con Air. Remember in Con Air, the guy Nick Cage tells, "Put the body back in the box." Yeah, Nick Chinland. I think that's him. I could be wrong, I'll check the credits. But I think that's Nick Chinland. And that's very convenient that... It's very convenient that of all the stuff that get blown up, those tapes are still working. And not only that, it's showing the exact same moment the cop was killed. It could have been showing 2 hours before or 2 hours after. But as soon as the cop gets in, it's showing the exact footage that is needed to make the argument that our characters are innocent. Very, very convenient. I think that could have been done a bit better. Even if it's like, I don't know, a witness of some sort or something. Or I don't know, maybe some, the girl had a camera or something. I don't know. That just seemed a bit too convenient for my taste. But I mean, nope. Got nitpicked. 0 out of 10. IGN. No. No. This would at least get like a, I don't know, at least, I don't really do out of 10, at least a 7 out of 10, at least. At least a 7 out of 10. Out of 5 stars, maybe 3.5. I would give it 3.5 stars. George Segal has personality. Dolph is always good. Excellent action sequence in the middle with blood squibs. Although I do not like this lady. Not the actress, but the character I just hate. She's such a fucking idiot. Such a fucking moron. Because she gets herself fucking shot. She could have been hiding and Dolph would have been fine. Dolph would have shot the shit out of him. She's such a fucking moron, this character, man. Now, see, you saw that this guy, this character, Bowstar, got shot and his head hit. There's a bit where, in the Joshua Tree cut, he got shot more. But here, it's only once and he hits his head because so he can get up and continue the fist fight. That's what I mean. There's a bit more of a fist fight, 2-on-1, which we'll see in a bit. See, I think that's why the actors, like, you see how he landed on a rock and the way he's there, it's not really near any rock. Because that's not how it originally was supposed to be. I think somewhere here there's additional photography. Maybe this is part of it. Yeah, I can't remember the exact differences. I think when starting around here, it's a bit more different. Especially when Bowstar, like, gets up. Then he's having a bad day. If that girl just would not have popped in. There you go. No, Dolph's version of cliffhanger. There you go, Dolph, get up. Yeah, see, I don't think this happened in the Joshua Tree cut. So now Bowstar has a gun right next to Dolph's head. And there's George Segal picking up the gun. Kicked him in the balls because he's a cheap shot asshole. And then they're both like picking on Dolph. Yeah, Bowstar is hitting him with the butt of the gun. It's actually been a while since I've seen this ending, because again, I was excited for the Blu-ray, and then I'm like, oh my god, what? Why is the ending different? Oh, that's why. Yeah, especially here, this is reshoot, because that's the same rock you see in so much stuff. Star Trek, when Kurt was fighting the Gorn. Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. Catch you later, Bill and Ted. It's like a rock that's used in a lot of other stuff. There you go. Booyaka! Blind both of you. There you go. Now it's more of a fist fight. He's kicking some. Again, this 2-on-1. I like this. Why was this not in the fucking official Blu-ray? You could watch it separately, but just make it part of the fucking movie then. Do an alternate, like, branching version. There you go. Get the fuck off me, Bullstar. Yeah, turn his ass. Boom. Back. Yeah, nice roundhouse kick. Go the fuck back down. Let go of my arm, Bull. Stop kicking my knee. Shit. That's a nice flip. Fuck you. Roll back and kick you right in the chest. Boom, backhand again. Oh, get the fuck off me. Don't bear hug me. You're not Andre the Giant, bitch. The George Segal, no, fuck you. Like, boom. Find both these guys at the same time. Leave me the fuck alone. Shit. And then George Segal runs away. Nice sweep of the leg. Ooh, nice. Oh shit, block the kick. Ouch. Well, roll over and kick you again. You fucker. Nice bit of slow-mo. Shit, let go of my arm. Oh, I got you in this, like, neck breaker. There goes your neck. That's what you get for using the N-word. You got your neck broken. You fuckhead. So you just broke Bullstar's neck, who, your friend was just a lousy... And Dolph just breaks his neck. That's just much more satisfying to me. It's a fun, extended fight, some decent choreography, Dolph using a bit of martial arts. Fun because it's like 2-on-1. So you got a guy behind him, guy in front of him. Just much more satisfying than it was in the Blu-ray version. I'm like, no wonder. If that was the original version, no wonder it was changed for this DVD. Like, it's like, no, Dolph. Yeah, this is a bit different too. In the, I think in the Joshua Tree version, he has the rock, he slams it down, there's like a flash, but then it cuts away, and then you realize, okay, he didn't do it. Here you see more of this character being carted away and Dolph on the ground, and I just liked it better in this. I think it's much more satisfying. And again, the only way you can see it with the film is on this fucking DVD. That this one is a bit scuffed up. There's Dolph and the girl hugging. Now they're putting handcuffs on him, but... And then it cuts to the Joshua Tree. But I mean, you get the idea, it would be okay. I think in the Joshua Tree version, you do see him like in a different area of, like he is let go. But yeah, I like this ending more. So Dolph London, George Segal, Kristian Alfonso, Jeffrey Lewis, Bo Starr, Michelle Phillips, Matt Battaglia. That name sounds familiar. Michael Paul Chan. Yeah, Nick Chinland. It was Nick Chinland. That cop. Ken Foray. Let's see. I recognize the faces of the other, but I don't recognize their names. And yeah, the people that got killed, Jeff Amata was one of them. Jeff Amata worked on Big Trouble in Little China, and Al Leon, who was in another Dolph Lundgren film, I Come in Peace. He's the guy, you tell the white boys to kiss my ass, and he runs to the alley, and Dolph finds him dead, and that's when Dolph first sees the alien, and I Come in Peace. That's Al Leon. I thought he was familiar. He was one of the bad guys. Stuntman Eric Norris. Let's see. Mike Norris. So people with Chuck Norris. Yeah, I was seeing if Kane Hodder was a part of it. Even at this time, Kane Hodder would do... Well, this is around the time Jason Knows the Hell came out, so he would have been busy with that. That was 93, I believe, Jason Knows the Hell. But yeah, this is a fun movie, fun film. I wish the Blu-ray had both versions of the film, both cuts. Second unit director Andy Armstrong, I think he's related to Vic. But yeah, fun Dolph Lundgren film. If I did like a 10 Dolph Lundgren films, like I said, I Come in Peace is number 1. Universal Soldiers up there, Rocky IV is up there, The Punisher, Men of War. But also Showdown Little Tokyo's up there. Red Scorpion's up there. That's like 7. Some of the direct-to-video stuff. It's pretty good. Because I like Command Performance. I like The Defender. Yeah, maybe this could be in top 10. Maybe lower in the 10, but again, not showing Kristian Alfonso. Like I said, I wish this version was more on the Blu-ray. But overall, pretty decent film. So with that said, thanks for watching. Thanks once again to Yule. Sorry about the technical difficulties. And we will see you guys later.